televised. You within range of your greatness, graciously be advised. We tapped into inspiration, generational kind, and moving mountains for the gems they could never find. We take the dive a little deeper every single time. We let the art in every single thing they go behind. In every scene to bring the greatness out. Whatever it is, please just make it count. Then tell the story to the world when you make it out. You are now within range. You are now within range. That's all I know.
That's all I know.
You are now within range.
That's all I know.
You are now within range.
That's all.
You are now within range. You are now within range.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Within Range podcast. Don Mon, Jared Suter, no ear God today, but he's always with us in spirit.
Always in our hearts.
All right, so today our guest is what I would say a truly jack of all trades.
For sure.
Artist, actor, businessman. He's also a master of the arts. He studies.
Yeah, were we correct? Multi-sport athlete?
Yeah, that too. Yep,
Okay.
Involved in a lot. We got to see him perform last summer at the big homie event.
Yep.
It was a hot box. I lost calories. Yeah. Numerous calories that day. Hot as shit. But anyways, excited to learn more about his story and journey. Represent ST Dub, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes, sir.
The game's best kept secret is what I've heard. We are here with Forever Hues today.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good.
We'll get the clap in there.
That's right.
We appreciate you coming on today,
Man,
bro.
I appreciate y'all having me, man, for real. It's the first time I've been on something like this, so.
That's awesome. We're honored, dude. Absolutely.
So yeah, you had mentioned it earlier, but specifically from Avondale.
Yeah, Avondale, Arizona, yep.
Avondale is part of the greater Phoenix area, but
Yes, sir.
for those who just, I guess, aren't familiar with Arizona or maybe Phoenix, how would you put Avondale into words? Like, how would you just describe it in general?
Honestly, like, the life I was living as a kid when I was mainly living in Avondale, like, a lot of the stuff I was dealing with was just more in my own life, so I wasn't really out in the environment and everything like that. I didn't start doing that till I got to high school, and that's when I moved out of Avondale. So.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Did you go to Shadow Mountain?
Shadow Mountain, yep.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I think you played varsity basketball, football, and track? Or
Yeah, all at kind of different times, but
Yeah.
at one point I was at all three, yeah.
That's a crazy load, dude. Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, multi-sports. I mean, that's
You're
not
busy
easy.
all
school
varsity
year
too.
round.
Varsity's a big deal. That's not a small school.
Were you
either.
varsity from the jump freshman year, or did it take
So
some time?
I was varsity from the jump in football. So when I got to Shadow, I got on varsity right away. But basketball, I was not the best technical basketball player. I was just really athletic.
Yeah.
So,
You got some height, obviously,
you know
too.
what I mean? Yeah. So,
That's like me, but without the athletic part. I'm not that technical, and
So yeah, I didn't get on varsity for that till I was a senior actually. Like that was everything I was doing with Mike Bibby and that whole team was just energy stuff. I was the guy
That's awesome.
running
You
the-
were there during the Bibby years.
Yeah, that was Bibby, Mike Bibby was my head coach and everything that year.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, I was gonna say because for anyone that doesn't know, like if you're playing varsity there, that's no slouch of a school
No,
athletically.
Absolutely. And by no means, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was a baller or nothing like that. Like,
But you were there.
I was there. You feel me? I
Yeah,
was there.
exactly. You can say that. You can say that.
What was it like with Bibby though?
It was cool, man. Like I was always a big basketball fan growing up, so I knew about him beforehand
Yeah.
anyway. And funny enough, he actually went to high school with my dad. So yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
even
Way,
growing
okay,
up, I had known that like my dad knew like Mike and everything. So it was cool. Like it was just I knew I had something a lot of high school kids didn't get.
Yeah,
Right.
So
That's
even
cool.
just being in that environment was a lot. Was really dope.
I used to work out at Lifetime, and I was in there one day, and I saw this jacked ass dude with some tats in a Mike Bibby jersey, and I was like, who the fuck's this guy, Mike Bibby wannabe? And I like got a little closer to go grab my weights. I was like, that's fucking Mike
Mike
Bibby.
Bibby.
Oh yeah. He don't look nothing like he did back in
Dude,
Sacramento.
he's huge, dude. He's jacked.
So, which of all the sports you played did you have a
No, did he?
favorite? Was there?
Sorry, had to. I thought
some
about
point I
that.
was
I
gonna
let
come
that
up.
percolate for a second. I was like, no, that needs to.
You said what though?
Did you have a favorite sport? Was there one that you excelled in better?
It
that
was
you-
football for sure.
Yeah.
It was football.
Outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker, defensive end, just get after the
Putting the
quarterback.
hurt on
Yeah,
people. Dude. Just
exactly.
wanted to hurt people. I love that.
Just get them. Let's go. Did I also hear that was your dad an R&B singer? Is that?
Yeah, so yeah, my pops he's been locally doing music since he was, I want to say like 19, I think. So
In Arizona?
Yeah, in Arizona.
So wow, full on native. That's
Yeah.
rare out here, dude.
Like I know he moved out here from California. He's from Hayward, California.
Oh, Hayward, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm originally from like San Ramon.
Oh, okay,
like
for
East
sure.
Bay. Yeah. That's cool.
So once he got, I think from
My grandma lived in Hayward.
actually I misquoted. He was a little bit older than that. He was like 22. So from the time he was like 22 to forever. So my whole life I've been in the studio with him. I've watched him mix, go over the same thing 7,000 times.
Oh, wow.
Not I don't know what he's doing, but I'm watching him do it. I'm 7 years old. So I've always been around it for sure.
What styles of music did you sound? I'm guessing if he's been in it that long, all over. But
He's always been an R&B singer. He's
Singer,
a
okay.
love song kind of dude. Like,
Nice, okay.
yeah, he's one of those.
Singing the ballads to the ladies.
Yeah.
is there
he's one
anything
of them
out there on
kind
the
of
interwebs? Can we find this?
There's some deep cuts you can find.
There's some deep
There
cuts?
definitely is some deep
What's
cuts.
the hint?
He got
What's the
some.
hint?
What's the name of their website? Reverb Nation. It's
Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation. I ain't
Okay.
heard nobody use that in about 10 years. He got some deep cuts.
We're about
I
to
was
bring it
hoping
back
maybe
to
there was
life.
like an old MySpace page with it up or something.
I wonder if he got one.
So what would you say came first, the music or the acting?
It was the music for sure.
Okay.
It was the music.
Pops, I'm sure, had
Dad,
a lot to do with
Yeah,
that.
Pops was always around with it. I wrote my first verse when I was like 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, just wanted to be.
What was it? You remember any bars from it?
I remember the whole thing.
Yeah?
I do.
What was the hardest line in it?
What was the hardest line I had?
We have to wrap the whole thing. You know it.
I said, take your path to the top, and up there you'll find a dream catcher. Watch the traps and the props, but don't let them take advantage of you. It's not about the money, the fame, the cars, and the bling. It's all about what's inside that makes you shine, right?
You said that at 10 years
I was
old?
like 10, 11, yeah.
Wow.
I was like 10, 11, because my older brother was in the video with me. He was like 16, yeah.
I was playing Simpsons Hit and Run on Xbox, dude. I was not writing anything like that,
Not even
dude. My
close.
God. Wow. At 10. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
I was,
man.
like 10, 11, yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So when did the acting thing come up, man? How did you get into that? Because from what we've seen, I mean, you've done some good work.
I appreciate
So,
it, man. I appreciate it.
Was it always kind of something that ran in tandem, or like the acting came in later, maybe? Or?
Nah, I was gung ho all football till I was about 21. Like that was my main focus. Like as far as I knew, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the league. Like
Okay.
you couldn't tell me I wasn't.
Wow.
So, but the acting thing, it was always like a little idea. I remember being 17, like I feel like I could do that, but I just kind of left it alone. I was a football player. So
Yeah.
once all the football stuff kind of died out, that's when I was like, let's actually go try this. Like I never did theater in school. I was never in plays growing up or anything like that, but I always knew I feel like I could do it. So let's just see if I could do it.
Wow.
And that's really how it started.
And it working out for you.
Yes, sir.
If you had to, I like, acting's always been like a thing that's intrigued me. I grew up watching a ton of movies, but if you could pick any show to be in, if you had your choice right now, if you could star in any part, any show, do you have a favorite or a first that would come up for you? Power, maybe? Did I hear you say that?
I would love to do some power shit.
Okay.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome. But as far as like the dream one, like I know I could never do, they're still doing power spinoffs. I could still end up on power. But
Sure.
as far as ones I could never get on, I would have loved to have been on The Wire.
Oh,
The
what a
Wire
great
is my
show.
shit.
What a
man.
great
Like,
show.
I would have loved to
What
be on
season?
The Wire.
Because
Dang,
That's a good question.
there was that one season.
Dom's encyclopedic
Listen,
with movies and TV shows.
There's
It's
that
crazy,
one. There's that
dude. I'm
one
like,
weird season where it was like the Ukrainian guy, and then it went back to what.
at the shipping dock.
Yeah,
it was at
like,
the shipyard.
It just took this shift, and then it went back, and I was like, why would they do that? Why would the writers even go there with
I
that?
feel you. I probably would have had to stick with season 1, man. Like with Avon and Stringer and all of them. Like either season 1 or I can't remember if it was season 3 or 4. But when Marlo.
Oh,
When
yeah, Marlo was towards the end. for
Marlo,
sure.
yeah. When Marlo came
Yeah,
up.
that guy was scary, man.
Yeah.
He was powerful.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. What about any particular directors that you would maybe want to work with? If you had dream directors?
I want to do some shit with Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
I want to do some shit with Ryan Coogler. Yeah, just because like
Not familiar.
it's the dude that did Creed,
Oh,
Black
okay.
Panther,
Nice, okay.
Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan.
That's an intense
Yeah,
movie. That's
that-
based on a true story.
Yep, Oscar Grant. Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, I would love to do some work with him. I just like the way he sets his work up. I just like the way he progresses through story, how the shots he chooses. I just like the way he makes his stuff look.
He's a new face in the game too. Yeah.
I would
Up and
definitely
coming.
want to do. And then I can't remember. There's one other guy. I can't remember his name, but he has a movie I really like called Waves. And yeah, it's called Waves. Sterling K. Brown is in it. He's in This Is Us, big NBC TV show.
This Is Us is good.
Yeah, it is a good show.
Yeah, I love This Is Us. I would love to do some work with him because that whole movie was beautiful. Like the transitions between shots and just how he set everything up. I was like, this looks amazing. Like, I would love to be in something like this.
That's cool. Not an original question, but I am curious. Desert Island, you get a phone. We'll say you can charge it, whatever it is. I don't know. DVD player and a TV sounds less likely these days. But you get 3 to 5 movies you got to take with you. Those are the only things you can watch. What are you bringing?
Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
What a great movie, by the way.
Life, for sure. I got to bring Life. Harlem Nights. It's another Eddie
That's old
Murphy,
school.
Richard Pryor. Yeah, it's another one. What's another? Like, I got
It's
it.
tough, right? Because you
It
got to
is.
laugh a little. You got the laugh.
I would hope Training Day would be on there.
Training Day?
somewhere.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Training Day.
Ocean's 11 for sure on
Training
there
Day's
for me.
fire, but like with me, if I'm taking 3 or 5 movies, I'm gonna be watching these movies more than once. So it's gotta
right.
be
True,
something I
true,
can go
true.
do a couple times and still
Can only
enjoy
watch
it.
Ethan Hawke get out of the bathtub so many times.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like
It's a great movie, but
That's true.
I would definitely say those 2, and then a third one would probably be like. I thought Django was cool as shit.
Oh, that's a good
Like,
choice.
Just the revenge story of Django. I thought that was awesome. Like,
Super entertaining movie.
yeah,
yeah.
I would say that. And I got one more too. It's a caveat because I love the first and the second one, but both Kill Bills. I'm a big fan of Kill Bill.
Okay.
Those don't get talked about enough, I feel like.
I like that. I like Kill Bill. No, those were
Tarantino.
Uma in her prime, too.
Oh, for sure.
You guys ever seen the meme about Quentin Tarantino? Was it From Dusk Till Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Quentin Tarantino wrote a movie and wrote a scene in where he like drinks tequila off Selma Hayek's
Oh, yeah,
toe
like
or
on
something,
purpose?
or like out of her, forget what the scene is. It's just like, and then cast himself in the role.
Exactly.
That's wild, dude.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
What else we got? STW, Show the World.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. You know,
Let's talk about it. Let's
Shout
talk
out
about
Vavrix. Shout out
Absolutely.
Leak. We've had
Yeah, what's
Vavrix
up,
on the
fellas?
show. Yeah, man. Great guys. You know, we've been following you guys. We've been keeping up. Talk to me about like what Show the World represents and what you guys are like. What's your main goal with it overall?
Man, Show the World, our main goal really is creating an effective lifestyle for the sole purpose of just like uplifting and just continuing to just heal and just bring further just great energy to other people at the end of the day. And me being an actor and doing music and Vav doing music and being in the community the way he is us doing that in every level we know how to within our own talents. Like it's not just being music artists. If you know you're good at speaking and you can do this over here, do that over there as well, because that's what the whole brand is about. It's not just clothes and music, and it's about actually showing people something.
Love that. It's actually shown. That's important.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
Need to change.
who all's a part of STW? So we got Leak, we got Vavrix.
We got Leak, Vavrix, and then we got my brother Wolfgang Smoke.
Oh yeah, you perform with him, I think, at the show. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. And you guys just like came together recently, or have you guys known each other from the past? Or?
So I've known Khalik since we were probably like 15, 16. Just,
wow.
We weren't like super tight back then, but we like mutual friends.
Same high school?
No, he went to Peoria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we just same friends. We've seen each other a couple times, and then he was the one that actually started Show the World as a whole. That was Khalik, and I was the first artist he brought on as far as the music side of things.
Before Vav.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay,
As far as I know,
Yeah,
yes. And then he told me about what he was trying to do, how he saw everything going, and how he felt like I could contribute to it. And I was like, I would love to be a part of something like this.
That's
like,
awesome.
I feel like that's what the game needs at the end of the day.
That's cool. And you guys are really doing that too. You did that community event.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yep.
so it's not just music, like you said. It's not just
Exactly.
actually making a difference, getting out there and showing them. Yeah.
We'll keep going, man. Yeah, we
That's
see
what
you
it's
guys
about.
grinding out there.
That's
So
what it's about. We had I'm trying to think. The community event was really cool too, because it was in, I can't remember the name of the city, but it was like deep. It was one of them cities that like don't nobody know is the actual city.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Florence or something.
Yeah, it was one of them places.
Like, isn't
but-
that in Italy?
yeah, it was far. And it was really cool because the location isn't central to people. Like it's a
You had to go there.
You got to go out the way to get there. You got to take a little trek. If you got kids, you got to plan to bring your kids and take them to go over there. But we did it. We got everything together. We had about 200 some people in that.
200. Wow.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
serious event.
So it was like we're looking around like, no, this is great. Like, imagine what this does when we do this again and we're more central. We can get everybody to come.
Yeah, and you were, I think you was like bringing school supplies or things like that to it too.
Had school supplies. We had water games for the kids. We had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Damn.
Like we set it up. We set it up real well.
What were the teams in the basketball tournament?
I wasn't playing. I'm not.
No, you weren't? Varsity?
no.
Come on, shout him out,
man.
Somewhere Bibby had some chest pain. He was like, what's going on right now?
No, I'm on at this day and age. I'm only good for dirty basketball. I give you the elbows to the ribs. I give you the
Some old man game?
Yeah, old man game all
hard
day.
screen,
All
you know?
day.
That's funny.
Hustle plays.
That's awesome.
Well, before we get into the music, just another thing I had seen. So as far as acting goes, I don't want to, we're going to spend a lot of time on music, but definitely interested to hear more about the acting. But you've done a few short films, some plays as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you do like a Tina Turner type?
That was cool, man. Yeah, I did it was a Tina Turner, it was a play just about the Tina Turner experience, I guess. It was called
Her and Ike, huh?
Yeah, Her and Ike. It's called Love Ain't Got Shit to Do With It. That's what they call it.
Okay, switch up the title.
Yeah, switch it up a little bit.
The question's finally answered, yeah. We found out absolutely nothing.
Nothing. But no, yeah, that was really fun because I'd never done an actual play on a stage before. And
Really?
Never. I'd never done
Yeah, you
one
say
of
you
those
weren't in
before.
theater, yeah.
So, and that's a lot different than being in front of a camera. Like the techniques are different. You have to be louder. The room's bigger. You got to reach people in the back when you're on the stage. When you're on a stage, camera. If me and you are just talking, I can be calm and be like,
Yeah,
listen,
sure.
This
Chill
is
out.
what everybody's gonna catch it. Everybody's gonna pick it up. So that was really fun because they dressed me up. I straightened my hair. I had a long ass Cat Williams perm.
No.
Oh yeah.
You came out every day on.
They gave me the full straight hair because it was set in like 1970, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think that's
Like it
something
was like
that.
60s. It was throughout several years of her life, but at the stage I was in, that's when they were doing that. So I'm up on stage, hair bobbing, playing the guitar. Like
You were Ike?
No, I wasn't Ike.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I was
I
a
was like,
band
wait a
member.
minute.
I was
Okay,
one
I
of
was
his
gonna
band
say.
members.
Sounds like you might have been.
I was one of his band members, but
What did you do for the audition? Did they make you come in with a guitar?
Nah.
How'd you get it?
The people running it, the guy who actually wrote the play, his daughter wrote one of the short films I did.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess they had just knew me from then, and they were like, "You want to be a part of this Ike and Tina thing?"
Just
we're
getting
doing?" I
reps,
was like,
yeah.
"Sure, why not?"
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was just happened to know somebody. That's all.
Yeah, I can only imagine like the pressure on set. Like, sure, there's cameras rolling and that. I can only imagine that pressure. But then when you got an audience full, I had to do a high school play, and I blanked on one of the nights. I blanked for probably a good 5 to 10 seconds, and it's like 6 years in stage time.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
had to hit him with the line.
Right.
Someone help you from the back.
Brutal. My understudy was licking his chops, man.
All right. Well, do you wanna transition to music?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Cool with that. Jay,
Definitely.
You wanna set us off with
let's go way back. Okay, I'm pretty sure this was you, but
Oh shit.
what can you tell us about your Money Trees freestyle, Worthless?
Whoa. Wow.
Is it true that it was played at a Shadow Mountain football game?
I think it was. I think it might have been, honestly.
That's crazy to make a song and then have it over a Kendrick Lamar beat. Very applicable right now.
For sure. I think it might have been. But that was wild, man, because throughout when I was doing the whole football thing, when I was like sure I was going to the league, I would dabble with music in little moments. Like I might happen to find myself in the studio one day. We're going to get my dad for something or whatever.
Okay.
And I might hop up and start rapping or do something. But like both of those were literal just spur of the moment kind of things. I think I was just sitting down one day. I might have been smoking or something. And I was just like, I feel like writing. And I just wrote and just did it. And that was really it. I put them up on SoundCloud for the time being and just kind of left it alone. It was just a little, hey, I got a couple songs you want to hear. So that was really it. There was
Just
no,
messing around.
yeah, it was just messing around. There was no
Yeah.
real effort put behind it. It was just like stream of consciousness, I guess. I was just
Wow.
What year would that have been, roughly?
that would have been 20. I'm trying to think. Was I out of high school? Probably like 2017, 2018.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, probably like.
So were you in high school at the time?
No, I graduated 2016. So
Okay,
it was
okay.
probably like right after.
Okay, it was right after. Okay, cool. But did that like catch on there? If it was played at the high school, I would imagine.
Yeah. You know what? No, yeah, because I was in high school. Actually, I was in high school because a couple of my friends I played AAU with was talking to me about it back then. But it caught on a little bit.
Yeah.
But like
To be played at a game like that, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but the kind of at the same time, like who I was in high school wasn't really a person that catches on. So like people only knew me because I was an athlete. If I wasn't an athlete, wasn't nobody gonna know what I was doing or what I was about, or because I
With
just
that
wasn't
high school Mamba mentality.
I wasn't that kind
yeah.
of person.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna tell you what I was doing. I was a sad ass kid. Like I was just ho hum, walk head down in the hallway, but I can rap and I can kind of play.
And then just
I can play
murdering
football.
quarterbacks in your free time.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally, that's all it was.
Letting
Like,
the rage out. I love it.
that's all it was, man. So like, it wouldn't have caught on no big way. It wasn't like nothing huge, but it was some people who knew me.
There's a
knew.
moment.
Yeah, people who knew me knew.
That's cool, man. Wow.
Deep track on that one, Jared.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
What else? Well, I think one of your most recent tracks was it Pressure.
Yeah.
You got a bar in there, pop the shrooms to stay low key.
Yeah,
Some people
absolutely.
might do it to do the opposite.
Yeah,
You take it
yeah.
to stay low key. Talk to me about that track.
I said at the beginning of the song, they say how a man handles pressure sets the mark for his endeavors. And I don't have the best relationship with pressure, but we're working to fix that, so that's all that matters. Like that's literally why I wrote it. I've been an anxious person for as long as I can remember. Like
Can he attest to that?
I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. Like it's middle school, high school, like it was just too much for me. Like I wouldn't look people in the eye. I couldn't, if I was talking to you, I'm looking down, like authority figures, whoever it was. I was just I didn't have no confidence worth anything. So like having to live like, when you're living like that for an extended period of time, it gets tough to get back to what regular life is, especially when you know that there's regular life out there and that it doesn't have to be like this. So Pressure was just about me kind of just trying to get back to that and just trying to deal with that relationship a little bit better. Because if I'm trying to do the shit I'm trying to do, pressure's gonna come.
Right.
It's not gonna not be there.
Yep.
So what's got to adapt is me at the end of the day.
Wow. Not to get out of the music too much, but like when you say it sounds like you were pretty introverted back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
How important were sports for you? Because like to me
it
that's
saved
everything.
my life.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
saved my life.
Wow.
Like that's literally just as simple as that. It saved my life without a doubt. Even when I had it, I still almost checked out of here. So like even like I don't know, y'all wouldn't be talking to me if I wasn't playing football
Wow.
in high school.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, sports are
Savvy.
important, man. I think people that neglect that, like it's one of those rare opportunities where you can learn pretty much all of the important lessons in life
Yeah.
in a safe environment. Like, yeah, you might be embarrassed, but that's the lesson, you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you weren't ready for it, or you were ready for it and it just didn't go your way. Like, yeah, that's important. So cool, man.
Definitely.
I had a similar experience. Yeah.
Right, okay.
with sports. It was,
Saved you.
I had one day I was finishing. So I ran track and cross country and stuff,
Okay.
and I was like finishing, second to last, third to last, in like a team of like 8 to 12 guys at any given moment. And there was one practice where I just was like, I happened to be next to the fastest guy on the team warming up, and I just was like, I'm gonna stay with him. I was like, I don't care if I puke. I've ever run a few races. Like I usually puke during every race, and I was like, all right, I'm not afraid of that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I ended up sticking with him. I probably finished like 30 seconds behind him instead of like 2.5 minutes. And first time I realized, I was like, wow, only thing changed, it was my mentality. And I was just like, okay, there we
Yep,
go.
exactly.
And ran with that.
Exactly. That's dope.
Well, speaking of Show the World, you guys did a video
Yeah,
together, right?
yeah, absolutely.
You guys went out to the desert.
Yep.
I saw. Talk to me about that experience. Was that a Vav idea? I assume.
Yeah. That's my brother Vavrix, man. He got a joint, Find My Way, and it's Arizona. There's desert everywhere, but
Yep.
it's hot as hell. We was out in the middle of nowhere. It was fun, man. It was fun. It's with those guys. It's always a great environment because we're all so creative. Like we'll literally be sitting on the couch, and somebody might just be scrolling through YouTube and a beat gets played, and we've created songs just doing nothing. we've created songs sitting in 20 minutes just chilling, minding our own business. So it's always, I love being around them because it always fosters something. Something's getting produced at the end of the day. Whether it's a thought I take back with me or we all do something together, there's always something that comes out of it.
Very cool.
Yeah, you guys are just creators essentially that come
Literally,
together and
creators just
almost like a collective, right? I guess you would call it CW.
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. What else? I don't know if you did this recently, but was it from alley oops to buzzer beaters? You put like a collage together.
Yeah.
For the NBA, was that like an NBA playoff like promo type thing?
Yeah. So, like I said,
it was unique. It was cool, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find different ways to be unique, man. Like this whole music thing is very new to me in regards to actually trying to do something with it. I've only been like mid 2022.
Oh wow!
As far as
going strong with this,
yeah.
Oh,
as
wow.
far as like actually trying to make music and really like put it out and do everything with it. Like I dropped Rise like mid 2022, so all of this is very new to me. So like the alley oops to buzzer beaters thing was just, let me just see if I can do something creative, like and just see how that goes. Same thing with the Nipsey freestyle I did. Like like just trying to find something new and now my thing now is being a little more consistent with it because every independent artist, they all know when you're trying to do something like that, life is gonna get in the way and do what it's gonna do, and then you got to navigate through that. And it's been a whole chasm of just shit that we've been trying to figure out.
Yeah, and obviously you guys are still new, so you're trying to see what works. I mean, obviously you guys are all talented, so it's like which of these is gonna like stick or stick out essentially.
Exactly. So just trying to find the right way to market it, the right way to push it, the right way to just the right way to get it handled for real. Like,
yeah, that's cool. It's interesting because I feel like one of the things I've noticed here is like it seems like it's a numbers game, but then you don't also just want to completely sacrifice like quality, so you don't want to just put a bunch of crap out.
Exactly.
But it's like the people that are able to find a focused consistency, and then they like find a niche that kind of works, and then they just play around in that one lane, and it limits how much they're bouncing back and forth. But if they're consistent with it, it's like, yeah.
I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. Like, I'm a perfectionist. I don't want to put out nothing that I don't feel is amazing. Like, I got songs out right now that y'all might not be able to hear it, but in my mind, I'm like, that note was off. Or I'm like, I don't like that. Even if it's not off, even if it really isn't off, in my own head, I'm analyzing it like, I could have did that better.
Did you get that from growing up with your dad and stuff, do you think? Or did you take music classes and stuff or like be able to recognize that? Or is that just like a God-given talent to have an ear for it?
Honestly, I think it's God-given talent, and it's just having an ear for it. Like, I grew up with my mom playing like Lauryn Hill and Etta James and
nice. Love
you know what
James.
I mean?
Yeah,
just real eclectic taste. Like, so I've always been around just different sounds and different styles of music, and I've always been intrigued by them. Like, I got country music on my playlist still. There's only about 2 or 3 of them. But
what are you banging in the country department?
I got a couple. There's a song by this dude named Dylan Gossett called Cole that I love. It's amazing.
Heard that.
There's this black dude named Shabuzi.
I was gonna say, I was like, we just in the last like couple months found Shabuzi, and I was like, that guy's killing it. Dude.
Right. I'm like, this shit is fire.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
I ain't never give a damn about country, but like, there's good music everywhere, man. Good
I want
music everywhere.
to say, shout out J Rob the Chief, dude. I think I saw him drop some country stuff.
Oh,
recently.
word.
I think J Rob's
snap.
dancing in the country world. Dude. It's pretty cool.
That's what's up.
It's a banger, dude.
So we gotta switch it up at times.
You were talking about freestyles. I think you got the "I Just Want to Rock" freestyle video up there. I loved it. Right at the beginning, you're like, "All right, I'm not gonna be rocking my hips and shit," but I was like, "This guy's real true to himself."
I feel like I'm just too big for all that shit. I'm 6'5". I don't need to be up in here doing. I'm cool. I'm cool off that, man.
That's awesome. Where was that at? Where'd you film that at?
That was. I was at the AZ Valley Music Fest.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Lon. Endless Grind. What's up, y'all? He's been throwing. I think he just did season 3. I want to say like a week ago. It's this 3rd annual one that he did. We was just up there. I wanted to slide. He gave me a slide. We went out there, and one of the guys in the crowd had a camera. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, brother. But
Unsung hero. It's
Unsung
okay.
hero for sure. But I had seen him
the
film it.
Soldier.
And I knew I needed a video for the Uzi thing. So I was like, bro, do you mind just like filming my performance real quick for this last song? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then he filmed it, sent it to me, and then we just cut it up, and that was literally how the video came.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're not like there to like take like behind the scenes footage or like credentialed or whatever, like that's the dream, dude. They come out and they're like, hey, could you film a video for me? He's like, this is my moment, dude. I'm ready. I've been ready for this. Yeah. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so no, that was fun. That was very fun.
What else? I think you did a track called Late Nights.
Late Nights was awesome, man. It's funny because a lot of the rapping I'm doing now, if I could go back, I would have did that first. But a lot of the only songs I got out are all me singing. I'm not rapping on any of the songs I have out except for the Show the World.
I noticed that, yeah.
Like, and obviously I like doing both. I want to do both with it or whatever. But Late Nights was just a fun ass record, man. Like I was listening to Freddie Gibbs hella, and I loved that fast flow he had with it. So I guess that kind of just inspired me as I was making that record. My boy Cosmic, shout out to Cos, he produced that one for me. It was just a great time, man. Just a great time. At this point now, I'm just focused on trying to get more out for everybody. Just trying to show people I got different lanes. I got more I can do.
Yeah.
It's Hues for a reason, you know.
Hues, I like that. That makes sense.
Forever Hues.
Yeah, Forever Hues.
How did that name come about?
Forever Hues is I wanted my stage name to be something that I don't have to be a character to be.
Okay.
Because in my mind, if I wanted it to have the shelf life that I wanted to have, eventually it gets exhausting when you got to put a mask on all the time. So I thought about who I am, and at the end of the day, whatever I do in art, creative, whatever it is, I want it to never be forgotten. I want to make some of the best movies people have heard about. I want to make some of the best TV shows, some of the illest music. So I want all those things to be remembered forever. So that's where the forever came from. And then the Hues was just, I feel like I'm very adaptable. I feel like there's a lot of...
It's almost like almost forever changing. Like
Exactly.
You're always a hue of something. You're not quite it, but you're
Exactly.
a shade of it. Yeah.
If this situation needs me to be red for this, I can do that. If it needs to be blue for this, I can make that happen. I'm the ultimate adapter. That's how I feel.
That's awesome.
Well, look, man, this was dope. This was an honor, man. We we got to learn more about your story and journey. We've been keeping up with you guys again, USTW, the whole crew, man. Talk to the people about like what's to come and what you got.
Man, there's a lot to come. Trust, because I'm not going nowhere, and I'm finally realizing that this is exactly who I'm supposed to be. So, June, I got a movie. I got a short film. Let me not call it a movie. I got a short film called We Out Here that I'm going. That's actually coming out in June. So I got to go down to Miami for the premiere for that. So that's gonna be fire. So
Wow, you're going to Miami for that. That's a big deal.
It's at the American Black Film Festival. Issa Rae's hosting it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
so it's gonna be in that film festival. Amaretta's in the movie. A viral rapper from Atlanta, Charleston White, was in the movie. It was
Oh, no
great
way.
working with him. That was awesome.
Cool.
So we got that coming. My brother Wolfgang Smoke, me and him got an EP called Yakufala that we're working on currently. So that's gonna be coming in the next couple months for sure. And just more music, just more acting, just y'all gonna see me everywhere. It might take me some time, but I can promise you, y'all are gonna see me everywhere. So just don't forget the name.
Forever Hues.
Simple as that, baby.
Listen, you heard it here. It's a wrap Within Range Podcast. We appreciate you coming on, bro.
I
This was an honor.
appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
for
you,
real.
man.
Much love. Show the world sound in the building, baby.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Man.